Success requires engaging with the student as a complete person, their personal life, their family life, their well-being, mental and physical, as well as how that affects and influences their college trajectory.
We start by focused on that core element of teaching and learning that's preparing our students in the classroom for the opportunities that they'll get a chance to face or experience after they leave the classroom. We focus on mental health. We also focus on enrollment management, which for us means supporting the student's journey.
Attending the HBCU for me is important because it shows that you can have culture and be in the corporate world.
Well, where do those students come from? What has been their prior experience? How can we connect that? And how can we connect in a way that they know we're for real, that we're authentic? So we provide the support services that connect with who they are and where they want to go.
So for me as an international student, leaving home and going to a foreign country where I don't know anyone, I was terrified. But with HBCUs, it seemed like I would feel like I was at home. And it's exactly as I expected.
I went to all white institutions from elementary school to high school, and not having teachers that represented a Black woman or a Black man to show me that education is fluent in my community, it has its limitations on a young Black girl and a young Black male as well. Having the representation there is so, so important for the individual and what they will do one day in the world. So the importance of historically Black colleges is to kind of foster that sisterhood, brotherhood, and just a family community aspect within your education and academia spaces to really, really honor who you are and be fluent in it.
HBCUs are punching above their weight. So when you think about their student populations and their capability to serve first generation, low income Black students, HBCUs are, number one, providing those types of students with access to higher education, where in many other spaces, they're shut out of the opportunity in a meaningful way.
We graduate change makers. We don't just give people their degrees. We graduate people who really want to make a difference after they leave this institution. And not only are people making a difference, but they're lifting as they climb, right? So I can reach out to an alum immediately after I graduate, and I know that I'll be supported.
Philanthropy is rooted deeply in our university. And I feel like it's deeply rooted among all of our smaller private institutions. It's instilled in students to not only give back to their college campuses, but the community as well. I'm only 21 years old, but I already see myself as a philanthropist.
I don't think that I would get the same support from PWI because when it comes to an HBCU, we're looking for change. We encourage change.
So we start with the end game in mind. So we start their freshman year as opposed to there was a lot of focus on the senior year. Internships, that ought to start way earlier. If you're waiting until the senior year, it is really too late. It should start in the freshman year.
Every student benefits. It doesn't mean growth and expansion always. It means that we touch every single student, not just the good ones, not just the guys, not just the athletes, not just the band. Every student should benefit from the high quality educational experiences complete with co-curricular and extracurricular activities that help them to become their best selves.
HBCUs and I have a lot in common. We're both fighting for equity. HBCUs are fighting for educational equity as I am fighting for fashion equity. And I want to make clothes for people that go through disabilities such as prosthetic legs, prosthetic arms, no lower extremities, only upper extremities, wheelchair bound, bed bound, and I want it to be fashionable so they can feel comfortable with themselves.
Our whole existence is for them to succeed. And I'm an educator because I believe that we're here to help people, young people, adults, non-traditional students and traditional students realize their goals and be able to come to an institution and learn and succeed. And the role of the faculty is to help them to do that.
I believe when a student graduates from any of our HBCUs, they've been able to succeed in taking advantage of the resources that we provide just for them. That's what we do. We create these opportunities for them.
When I see every child that walks through those gates, I see them as my child. I see them as part of my community.
Everyone at the HBCU community loves each other. they support one another, and they genuinely want what's best for one another. Being at a HBCU, everyone shares the same stories, the same struggles, and really just the same interests. But also at HBCUs, it allows you to be your genuine self. It allows you to blossom outside of what you know from your home community.
No one wants to be left in the dark, and no one wants to be left behind. And I feel like, and it goes back to that word unite, it in a way we all have to come together and merge and find ways to help each other.